We are so excited. We just got our shipment in from Leafjoy, which is the Proven Winners houseplant company. So we're going to dig into these boxes and show you all the beautiful little plants we have. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and we're located in Zeeland, Michigan. So if there's any of these beautiful little things that you see that you like, head on over and check out what we've got. So I've already opened this box to get a little sneak peek. These are our H2O beakers. The beakers are a new product, and I think it's because the shape of the water holder is different. So yeah, these used to be more of a rounded shaped bowl, but now they're kind of more of a beaker shape, like they're called, a beaker. And basically what these are house plants that are rooted into the water, and that's just how they grow. You don't have to transplant them, you don't have to take them out. You just have to replace the water as the water goes down. So this is a mixed box that we have. I'm just going to show you a couple different plants. This is Burley Marks. I'm massacring these names, but we'll just see how this goes here. Robusta. That one's kind of a really nice full one. Oh, this one I like to call the Swiss cheese. This is Monstera. That's really cool looking. The nice thing when they send us these, it's a nice collection of a bunch of different things. Here we have an anthurium. Oh, this one's going to probably end up on my desk. I love anthuriums. No, seriously, that's going to go on my desk. Yeah, here's another one, Calathea. So it looks like we probably have about 4 or 5 different beakers with different varieties in it. So these are really great for if you have a desk, like I mentioned. I'm going to keep one on my desk, or you could put them on like a coffee table or in your kitchen. Just a nice little gifty type item. It's something different and unique than what maybe you've seen elsewhere. We'll pass this box off and see what's in the next box. It's kind of fun, a little bit like Christmas here, doing these unboxing videos. This one says it is Tradescantia Feeling Flirty. So this is exciting because this plant here is actually the 2023 House Plant of the Year. And when I first saw this one last summer, I was really intrigued by it and thought it was such a pretty plant. Check that out. Beautiful purples and greens. It even gets some little white flowers on it, which was kind of a nice surprise because we really didn't realize it was going to get white flowers. So these little buds you're seeing, it's going to be white flowers when they open up. But yeah, Tradescantia Feeling Flirty. This is great for low light conditions, humid bathrooms, just really pretty. And then what we'll do is we're going to put a nice ceramic pot on this, or we have wicker pots just to kind of dress it up a little bit. That way you can just set this right in your house and not worry about the water draining on your table or what have you. It's going to be sitting in a pot without holes in it. So this is a whole box of fun right here. Can you imagine? Check out all that pretty color. Next we have Calathea insignis. Now I have an idea what Calathea looks like. It's going to be kind of a striped looking plant. I'm just not familiar with this particular variety, but I can tell you as I'm taking the little quick first peek in the box, it is a beautiful plant. Wow. Look at that awesome foliage with that bright green, little bright green, dark green, and then the undersides are burgundy. What a great contrast. This plant here is for highlight areas, but it does tolerate low light as well. And it says it's perfect for in humid bathrooms. I will warn you, this plant does like to be watered, and when it is needing water, it's going to the leaves will kind of fold together and look like they're thirsty. So this one does kind of give you a good indicator when it's needing water, but stay on top of it so it doesn't have to indicate to you that you need to water it. Alocasia Milu. Ooh, This is a newer one, I think, or at least new for us. Beautiful texture on that plant. This is like, that's a super thick leaf, a lot of texture to it. That is really, it almost feels like alligator skin. Mythic Alocasia. Tolerates low light conditions, perfect in a bathroom. I guess what they're trying to tell us is we need to be putting more houseplants in our bathrooms. Who knew, right? But this is one of the boutique varieties, so it's they have different levels of classification, and this is going to be one of the more, let's say, unique varieties. And certainly, wow, that is a really cool plant. Ficus benjamina Anastasia. I love the ficus. So when we first got the houseplants last year, this was the plant that I first planted up to put in my office, and it's doing beautifully. This has got beautiful bicolor foliage with that bright green with dark green contrast. And the thing with these ficus is they don't drop leaves like some of the older varieties. And they're nice, full, upright plants if you're looking to grow this on and just have like a nice statement piece in the center, or excuse me, like on your floor. This is going to get really nice size and just be that upright tree shrub look that you may want for in the corner of a room. And this one here, I don't know, I love that color contrast. Philodendron Fuzzy Petiole. It's got a fun name. These are a little bit bigger plant here. Trying to find where to grab one. Look at those giant leaves. So this philodendron is part of the Prismacolor series, Fuzzy Petiole. Tolerates low lights, another boutique variety, so something a little bit more unique than what you're going to find at the big box stores. I feel like the boxes just keep getting bigger. This is called, it's a fern, and it's a tricolor fern. I'm going to apologize if it sounds really noisy right now. We are getting rain, and it is raining cats and dogs, so it's almost hard to hear myself talking here in the greenhouse. Wow, these are beautiful. Another thing to point out with these plants that we get, they've all been leaf shined before we get them. So they're super clean foliage, nice shiny foliage, greenhouse grown, not grown outdoors like a lot of the house plants that come in from Florida. They're grown outdoors, they're all spotted. These are super clean looking, nicely shined up so that they have a good presentation when they get to the garden center. So this one is Living Lace Tricolor Fern, coppery foliage, green. And this one says it can handle low light conditions. So a lot of this low light condition is because being a houseplant grown indoors, there's not a ton of natural light that comes in. I mean, you can place them in a window and such, but a lot of times houseplants just don't get that brightness that plants that are grown outdoors get. This one, oh boy, Tenanthe Golden Mosaic. I've never heard of that word before. Now, I'm going to be the first to admit I don't know a ton about houseplants. Like, we're at perennials, annual shrubs. I can tell you the houseplants, that's a whole new plant category for us. But check out that beautiful foliage. Let me grab another one just to see. So this looks like it's going to be more of a tall, upright type plant. It's not really telling us the area it needs to go in, but I would assume it's another one of those low light level house plants. The thing I'm loving about this shipment that we got this time is these are all different plants than what we've seen in the past. So last year we got a bunch in and they just seemed a little bit ordinary, where this collection here seems more extraordinary. This one is a calathea called Beauty Star. It's got light pink, dark pink, and a little splash there of, or light green, dark green, and a little splash of pink, and then the undersides with that burgundy. These can be grown in low light conditions. Again, perfect for desks, bathrooms, kitchen windows, etc. Oh, now we're getting into the real big guys. So there are two different sizes of containers that we're buying. So these are a 17-inch, and the ones that we were just opening, I believe were 12, or not inch, 17 centimeters, and those I believe were 12 centimeters. Ooh. Wow, this is a bright splash of sunshine in this box. Let's see if we can get it out. Look at the color of that plant. Gorgeous golden foliage. It's a philodendron, imperial gold. That is a nice, thick plant. Look at that, it's just full. Little splash of dark green there, kind of giving the contrast, but man, that's a beauty. Alocasia waterbeckinia. Big words. Looks like a sword plant. Mythic alocasia is what they're calling this one. Long strappy leaves, kind of that dark olive color, and then the back sides are burgundy. This looks like it's going to be more of an upright type habit. And usually the alocasia have more the rounded type leaves. So this one's really unique with these long sword shaped leaves. Ooh, that one's sticking to the ground. More ficus here. This one is Ficus benjaminia Danielle. These have been shined up gorgeous. Check out that glossy deep green foliage. Again, this is another one of those ficus that doesn't drop its leaves like some of the old varieties. A nice full plant. I started off with one of these in my container last spring when we got them in, and it's probably about 3 foot tall now. So a fairly quick growing plant. I have this both in my office, which that's where the 3 foot one is, and I also have one at home. That one's not getting quite as much light, so it's a little bit smaller. And I have it in smaller pots, so it's not growing quite as fast, but really gorgeous texture, gorgeous foliage, nice shiny appearance, and a great house plant. Ficus tinky. Ah, yeah. Look at that beautiful tricolor foliage. So these are a single stalk plant. What I did is I grabbed probably about an 18-inch container, and I planted 3 of these in one container just to kind of create a nice full habit, but it could certainly be just a singular plant as well. But I love the foliage on this, that bright golden with the green, nice thick habit. Just kind of a really cool house plant that adds more of that color in with that bright yellow. And last but not least, and it's got such a cute name, Ficus lily pads. This is a new variety for us too. I've not seen or heard this one. So let's see what lily pads looks like. You might imagine what it looks like with the name lily pads. So this is what I'm digging into the box. So I got to be careful as I'm trying to find where the pot is and where the pot ends and the foliage begins. Wow, that is a big plant. And like I said, the name is lily pad, and those leaves certainly fit that name very well. Ficus lily pads umbrella. This one is one that likes a high light condition. So most of them we've unboxed so far are low light plants. This one here does like the high light, although it does also tolerate the low light conditions of an indoor, like most indoor plants. So hopefully you've enjoyed the unboxing video today. A lot of unique new varieties for us here at Garden Crossings, and things that I think you're not going to just find anywhere. So if you're in the area, stop in to Garden Crossings in Zeeland, Michigan, and check out our house plants.